Greetings, and welcome to the High Flying Tutors Academy channel. Today, I'm going to show you formats on how to record transactions on application of shares, transactions on allocation of shares to shareholders, and the recording of transaction on refund for unsuccessful applicants, right? So, number one, you're gonna record the date first. On the date, let's say it's February 28, for example, and then when you record the transaction on application of shares, because the applicants, when they apply, they send the application letter or application form of those particular shares together with money. They send application letter or form with money, right? So when you record this transaction on application of shares, you debit bank because you have received money, right? And then after that, you're gonna credit application and allotment for those shares. So it can be application and allotment maybe for ordinary shares. You can indicate there ordinary shares. All right, and then you can narrate to say received application of monies for ordinary shares. You can also narrate that. Okay, this is how you record the application or transaction on application of shares, right? And then let's continue to the next transaction. On the next transaction, I'm going to show you how do you record the allocation of shares to shareholders. So when you record the allocation of shares to shareholders, you are going to debit application and allotment. Let's go there. You're going to debit application and allotment. Let's say, for example, it's ordinary shares again. Ordinary shares, right? And then you are going to credit. You are going to credit. Ordinary share capital. Ordinary share capital. All right, and then it can, some of you, the mistake you make is that you say ordinary share, you just debit or you just credit ordinary share, you forget this capital. It must be capital, right? Because when people buy shares, they are basically increasing the capital of the company. So you need to say ordinary share capital. You don't want to lose marks because you just said ordinary share and then you forgot to say capital. All right, and then you can narrate there that this is an allocation of shares to shareholders. That will be your narration, right? And then if the applicants have applied for more than what you can allocate to them, then you have to refund the difference. So how do we refund the difference? When we refund the difference, we are going to debit application and allotment, right, for ordinary shares. And then you're gonna credit bank because you are paying back those people. So bank, right there, bank credited. Are you with me? And then when you narrate, you can say a refund to unsuccessful applicants. That will be your narration. So, and then this is the site where you're gonna put the monies. of these transactions. So I'm just going to indicate that, let's say, just putting those X's right there. This way you're going to record the monies for these transactions. Okay. And then remember, you see how I'm doing my things. If you check my bank here, it is debited. And if you check my application and allotment, it's credited. Don't make your things make a queue. You find that now there's bank there, there's maybe your application and allotment is there. Is just right following followed by the bank up there. No, it doesn't have, your things must not make a queue, right? They need to indicate that you are debiting and you are crediting, because once you put like this, it shows that you are saying both transactions are debited. So you need to put your account that you need to credit on the far bit, right? So that you can, it's an indication that the other one is debited, the other one is credited. So don't just make them follow one another. Are you with me right there? So this is how you record these transactions, and salute.